people step foot and do anything on African soil having to do with Africa, I got my eye on you. What are you doing? What is this for? Why?
That's all I gotta say. Anytime I hear Russia, China, or any.
Hey Earl, Slim, I ain't gonna hold you. When you lost, it felt like a family member died. And I'm not tripping. Just understand, Slim. I cried when I seen you lose, Slim. Cause you Earl, Slim. Paul Pierce, little bitch ass talking about you ain't the truth. Man, fuck Paul Pierce. For real. He threw me off. Fuck you mean you ain't the truth. You still the truth in my eyes, Slim. And I'm gonna tell you like this, Earl. When we get that shit back in blood at 154, watch how all the people be like, oh, yeah, I knew Earl was gonna bounce back. Nah, don't be with us now. Don't be with us now, Slim.
Don't be with us now.
Back at 154.
We gonna get that shit back.
Y'all stay over there.
Over there.
We gonna get this shit back, Earl. Earl, I gotta come to Texas myself and train with you. So I quit my job right now. Come train with you. Fuck that. Slim.
Word.
I'll be a fucking man.
trainer?
Look, Slim. I got this technique you ain't never seen, Slim. So the Bob, man, I got some shit up my sleeve, Earl. Just call me if you need me. You see what I'm saying?
Yo, I felt that shit. Hey, I felt that shit.
I have no idea what that was about, and I also felt it.
But nah, that shit I felt that at a real spiritual level right there.
That was heartfelt and emotional.
That shit was it.
Yeah.
Earl, get that shit back in blood. Get that shit back in blood, Earl.
Ooh.
Niggas lost a lot of money on you, nigga. Get that shit back in blood. All right, man, let's start the fucking show. Yo, this is Talk FNF TV with your boy Rhetoric and my lovely co-host Fair.
Hi, guys.
Before we get into it, make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe, and comment.
And follow us on all of the socials at talk.fnf.tv. That's on everything. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of the things.
We everywhere.
Yup.
So get acquainted with us. Get acquainted with us. You doing good today?
I'm doing beautiful today. How are you? What's going on?
Before the show, I was straight right before the show. I was doing so well right before the show. So, I went out to the gas station, to get a little run, get us some, items we needed.
Oh yeah.
So that we can, do the show. And I passed this young fella, as I'm walking into the store. And, they doing what young fellas at the gas station do, trying to sell narcotics and whatnot. Yeah. I'm not mad at the young man. He trying to get by. But this nigga did something to me. Like, the worst thing that this nigga could have did.
What'd he do?
This nigga called me Unc. What the fuck?
Like, you don't even look like a Unc.
I don't feel like a Unc. Nothing about me is Unc related.
Maybe your outfit was a little Unkish.
I just had some sweats on. He had the same fit.
I don't know. Maybe you were carrying yourself in a Unc-like stature.
I always walk at with a good posture. You know that.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Ain't nothing Unc about good posture.
I
felt disrespected. I really wanted to call 12 on that young man because real shit, young. Don't disrespect me like that, nigga.
Okay, Frederick White.
I will show you.
Frederick White.
I'll show you. I'll show you who the fucking Unc is, nigga. The fuck wrong with you, nigga? That shit had me. I was doing really good today. I had got everything ready for the show. You know what I'm saying? And then this nigga called me fucking Unc.
And you ran into an existential crisis.
Yeah, yo, this is like a third year midlife crisis, a third year crisis. Oh my goodness, man, that shit hit me. I'm like, bro, am I the age of an Unc? No way.
No,
like you have to be 42 to be Unc.
I feel like
at the minimum.
Yeah,
This isn't the president. Like you have to be at least 42 to be Unc.
You are literally an uncle, but I don't think you're Unc.
My nieces and nephew don't even call me Unc. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not supposed to go out like that.
I mean, they do call you uncle.
Fred, but they don't call me Unc.
Yeah, Unc is different.
You know, it's crazy because I remember one time.
How is Uncle better than Unc?
Because it followed after my name. I remember one time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was in that same gas station, and another guy was in there, and he called another woman auntie, and she was like, "Sir, I do not do crack cocaine."
What?
And I was so confused on why she was offended. And now that the tables have turned,
But what does crack have to do with him calling her auntie?
I guess that's what they assume you call the J's out here. You know,
Oh,
that you don't really respect them as a sign of, you know, like you call an older cousin uncle or something like that. You never had that experience? Like, I've had that before.
I have an older cousin that was trying to make me call him uncle for mad long, but I was like, nigga, you my cousin.
Like, I have an uncle that's that's my dad's age. So it's like I've had uncles and aunts or cousins who were the same age as my parents. So it's like I'm used to calling them uncle because it just flowed better.
Yeah.
In respectful conversation. So it's like
they old as shit.
They older, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's just, man, it's just time, man. That's what time does to you. It makes you feel old for no reason. Like, you just catch strays.
Yeah. All you were doing was running some errands.
Shit was nuts, yo. That shit
Came
was wild.
back pressed.
Tight. I was hot. I ain't like that, young. I wasn't cool with that.
I would have tried to fight that young man if he called me auntie.
I told you how I was gonna handle it. I'm calling them boys. Yo, he got everything on him. Get him.
I would have saw red immediately. I would have been like, "What? What you say?"
You don't call a man of my age Unc. Not at all.
I mean, apparently,
I ain't with the shits, nigga.
Ooh. Okay.
Real shit. All right, let's get to the show.
The smoke.
All right, man. We gotta get on this nigga Stephen A. Smith, yo. What's
been going on with him?
So if y'all not familiar, we'll make sure I give a rundown, Mr. Stephen A. So Stephen A's with ESPN. He's the host essentially. First Take, and this guy, he's it's summertime. So if you're not familiar with what things go on in the summer, especially in the NBA scene, it's camp time. You know, it's time for the guys to go play ball, help the kids get better and train. And it's pretty common that these millionaire athletes will have kids paying to come to their camps. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a problem. It's almost standard now.
Yeah.
What really crazy is this nigga Stephen A. I don't know if it seems like this. This is what it seems like the finesse is. Because on the flyer it says it's his basketball camp. But on the website and what he tweeted out not too long ago, it said that he is speaking at the camp. So I don't know if it's one of those things where he's either running this camp and he's charging these kids $3,000 a pop, or he's imparting with the school IMG, which is an academy that does a lot of fifth year seniors and stuff like that, and a lot of it's a prep school essentially, and they're hosting it. So I don't know if it's them doing this in conjunction with him, or he has a place of the pricing. But bro, when you see that number, it's not NBA players who's charging that much. This shit was like $2,900 a kid. Like, come on now. We know what the reason most of these kids use this game for. They using this game to get out. So either you hustling the rich kids because you know they ain't playing, or you trying to take it from every penny you can. Because you know, even if the elite kids come to this school, come to this camp, it's not going to be them who paying for it. You getting money out of all these little different companies or the NIL deals or whatever you getting it backdoor from. And I'm not saying you got to go out there and do it for free, but $3,000?
Yeah, that's a lot. Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen A. Smith is he a basketball player?
So yeah, like I'm saying, he's the host of First Take.
So he's never played basketball.
He's never played at a professional level.
Okay, so
he did play a little bit in college.
Okay,
but he wasn't a top tier athlete.
How you running a camp if you didn't get into the?
Yes, I'm saying. If this was a journalism camp, $3,000.
A sports journalism camp specifically.
He's dabbled in other different areas of journalism. So, but if it was a journalism camp, Boo, okay. I can see where you're doing that for 3K. Little writing camp for 3K. It's insane. But I can see where you're doing it. But a basketball camp when you're not even a professional athlete, like, that's fucking insane, yo. That's wild. I just think he should be ashamed of himself for that. Because you're not, what are you doing? I can't wait to hear his response.
Who's actually even paying for that?
There's gonna be people who pay for that.
Like,
it's gonna be money funneled from the different shoe organizations and stuff like that, or it's just gonna be the rich kids too. That could potentially be a lot of rich kids in the area. It's in Florida, so it's gonna be a lot of rich kids in the area.
I just feel if there are other camps from like NBA players, why wouldn't you go to those?
I mean, you could, or potentially they may not be available. You know, this would just be another option that's priced out for many people.
The Stephen A. Smith camp seems like a last option.
I mean, I'm trying to tell you, I'm not trying to learn my ball handling from Pauls. Like I'm not trying to get a wicked J from Stephen A.
Definitely not.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if he was trying to teach me how to
write
a nutmeg on a
like,
paper, it'd be different. That's not what he's doing.
What is he even? He wasn't even a coach at any point. No,
he's always been been a journalist.
That's weird. I feel like it's
weird. It's weird because he's not a professional player.
Yeah.
You're doing a basketball camp.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can look at the flyer. But like I said, it was just like, that was wild to me. excuse me. I definitely didn't picture this was gonna happen for $3,000. I asked him on my IG, was he out of his cot picking mine?
How long is the camp?
It's probably like a couple days. Usually it's like in the morning. All right, so it says right here, excuse me, IMG is getting allowed and providing a once-in-a-lifetime camp opportunity for young athletes with Stephen A. Smith basketball camp. So it is his camp at IMG Academy. So it's the 6th through the 12th.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know anything about basketball or
these niggas better be having an overnight camp too, nigga. Like, god damn.
It's overnight?
It should be. More than likely
for $3,000.
Better be, right?
Yeah.
I need my nigga fed and everything every day.
You're literally not an NBA player. What am I paying $3,000 for?
Be next to a nigga always been on TV.
He's just gonna be yelling at the children?
Probably. or he'll do like his little serious voice. You gotta stay off the weed. That's what he gonna say. He gonna tell them kids that's gonna be the first thing he say to them. You gotta stay off the weed.
That's not like groundbreaking advice. Don't do drugs, kids. Like, if you want to be a serious athlete, of course not. Maybe don't do drugs.
And don't be like Lamar Odom, who was on crack. You remember when he said that?
No.
Oh yeah, that nigga said that shit.
Oh my God.
He said that shit on ESPN because he was talking shit about the Knicks, but he said that shit on ESPN.
Did Lamar Odom play for the Knicks?
He got signed to the Knicks like around the end of the season, and he was like, "What are they doing? Signing Lamar Odom, whose last notice was he was doing crack." That shit was funny as fuck. Yo, Stephen A's a legend, yo. Shout out to Stephen A. But
no, literally,
you can't be. You know, what I'm saying, we'll give you applause, but nigga, you can't be out here destroying the community with your fucking 6-day camp.
He has very interesting content.
Oh no, he's dope in the content space. But no, like I said, I'm going to be interested to see his response. We probably going to end up talking about it when it happens. Yo, what's up with us, yo? We coughing and everything,
I have no
yo.
idea.
This is wild. It's not for good podcasting. Sorry, everybody. We're going to get right.
Listen, I have a deviated septum.
Don't tell everybody your deformities, yo.
I want to tell them how I rolled onto my face.
I want them to think you perfect.
As a baby.
No, I want them to think you perfect. No, there's no deviated septum. She lied, guys. She just wanted to feel like the common woman.
Oh, my God.
All right, so speaking of common women, let's get into this big topic.
Yeah.
The elephant in the room is enormous.
Ha
Hold on. I got to get the drums. All right.
I enjoyed that.
Lead us into the Lizzo talk.
Okay, so Lizzo, I think she's like 30-year-old rapper, singer, extraordinaire. She's been famous and really huge for a while now. Pause. Not that huge, but you know.
Are you sure?
I meant not that type of huge, but yes, also that type of huge. Okay, so she there's a lawsuit being brought against Lizzo by 3 of her former dancers, and it alleges that she created a hostile work environment. In the lawsuit, there's like 37 pages of just horrid, like evil stuff that I did not think that I would come across at all. Like I didn't know what it was going to be, but it was terrible. So there's allegations of like sexual coercion. There's allegations of racism. There's allegations of fat shaming, which is crazy because it's Lizzo and her, like when you think of body positivity and that whole movement as of late, then Lizzo is like the leader of that. Like she's always on her like body positivity shit. So when I came across this and it said that like she was body shaming people, I was like, what do you mean?
Come on now, we know. Continue. I'm gonna get into my piece first, but you can continue.
Okay, so the craziest part of the lawsuit was the whole sexual coercion part. So they did a European tour, and on this European tour, it was a stop in Amsterdam. So Lizzo has these after parties that the dancers are invited to, and they're not required to come, but the ones that do come get preferential treatment. And then the ones that don't come have less job security than the ones that do attend and have fun and do all the stuff. So they go to this, I think it's a sex party in Amsterdam in the red light district. And there are like dancers and sex workers around. And Lizzo forces her dancer, one of the dancers. Allegedly, Lizzo forces one of the dancers to touch one of the sex workers' breasts, and she says no, and then Lizzo apparently starts a chant like touch her boob, and then after a while she does it even though she doesn't want to. So that's one thing that happened at that party. Also at that party she made them touch and eat bananas out of the sex workers' vaginas.
She ended up having a little interview where she talked about that, right?
Yeah, it was 3 years ago where she talked about her whole like banana fantasy thing.
Yeah, the receipts have been counting up on Shawty. Like,
yeah, there are other ex-dancers that have come out in support of these women that brought the lawsuit against her.
All right, so I just got one thing to say before.
Also, so after this European tour, her team alleges that all of the dancers were like drinking before going on stage. So all of them were fired, and then all of them had to go through this like grueling re-audition process that was like 12 hours long. All of them were afraid to leave. None of them took bathroom breaks. Everyone was like scared for their jobs. And then this one of the girls soiled herself. Like she was so afraid to get off that stage and leave auditions after like how many hours that she just did it right there.
It's crazy.
Could you even imagine?
Yeah, I pissed myself before.
I've done it in like pre-K, but geez.
Yeah, I was in 5th grade when that happened to me.
Oh my God.
Nah, see, okay, so now I got to clean it up now. All right, so what happened was I was in Mr. Coburn's class, right? Mm-hmm. And this little cracker was on that bullshit. And I had to use the bathroom. I'm trying to tell this nigga, I got to go. Mm-hmm. He's like, no, we got to finish the quiz and then we can go, leave the classroom, all this stuff. So I'm over here. I finished my quiz quick as fuck. Hey, can I go? Can I go? This nigga still letting me sit there. Next thing you know, the floodgates kept coming. I'm sitting in there, a puddle of my own waste.
Oh, no.
Whole puddle of my own waste. Luckily, nobody seen it. Like, that was the lucky part. Nobody except me seen it. So I sat down there till everybody left the class, told him what happened. He got scared as fuck.
Yeah, because that's like abuse.
Yeah, he got scared as fuck. Then they called my mom.
I hope your mom went in there and cursed everybody out.
Nah, that motherfucker just gave my clothes and went back to work.
No, I would have been like, which one of these teachers didn't let you go use the bathroom?
I try to tell you, my mama didn't do that. My mama did.
Crazy.
My mama. The crazy thing though, my mama remembered what kind of pants I had on, so it wasn't like I had because we have uniform pants, so it could either be khaki or blue. So she remember I had khaki ones on, but I swear to God, she didn't say nothing to them folk. It wasn't no conversation or nothing.
So the teacher had no
consequences, nothing. No, we had to sit down.
That's crazy. We gotta go find him and fight him.
We had to sit down and nothing. Shit, Charlotte just came
Mister,
down.
what's his name?
And
Coburn?
then she slick laughed about it later on in the day.
That is crazy. You said Coburn?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Mr. Coburn, because I would have put my hands on you if that was my child.
So yeah, everybody done did it.
I would have not came back to work that day because they would have thrown me in jail.
Shit was crazy.
My child peed on themselves
5th grade.
as a whole like 12-year-old.
5th grade.
Are you? Nah. I'd have came the next day with a cup of pee and threw it at him.
That's what
In
they
the
should have
car.
did to Lizzo?
It wouldn't have even been on school grounds. I'd have caught him somewhere.
Now he lived at the school.
I'd have caught him somewhere.
He lived like literally his place was he lived at the school. Like the school was he had a little building kind of like
So his life was
you know how like
pathetic.
you had the trailers, you know how you had the trailers that you used to do school in?
Yeah.
Well, they had turned one of those trailers into like a living place that they would offer to like one of the families that worked at the school. And he was the one that lived there at the time.
That's crazy. I hope he still lived there because we can find him.
No, he was gone. He's gone.
Find that
gone.
nigga.
But no.
Okay, back to Lizzo.
Yeah. So should they have thrown pee on Lizzo back? Should that have been the response?
I think they did the correct thing. I think they are they're suing her, and she's gonna feel it where it hurts the most to people like that in her pockets.
So do we believe all women or do we believe big women?
This is crazy because when black women are on both sides, I'm like,
you don't know what to do. you have no compass in this situation.
Like, I have no idea what to do because also, so
you either don't believe all women or you believe big women.
that's not a thing. So I wanted to ask you, what do you think about the lawsuit? Because did she do anything like illegal?
I mean, when you kind of get into that power dynamics thing, because this kind of very similar to what kind of a lot of guys kind of get messed up with in a lot of situations when it comes to power dynamics things. The one thing I said, I don't know Lizzo. Never met her, never been around her. I don't know who she is.
Everything is alleged.
Yeah, but all I can say is when you get people in positions of power, they tend to act like other people in positions of power.
Yes.
Meaning they'll shit on you. They'll for your status. They'll reinforce status quo norms and stereotypes and even hate speech.
Yeah.
Because even if that's still existing, they get pointed out like the unicorn because she's the big girl who can sing and rap. I'm the special big girl.
Yeah.
But you other big girls are
bitches
me.
need to get it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just makes perfect sense to me. If somebody was to bring this up and ask me, did I believe this wholeheartedly before I even heard any of her music or anything like that? Yes. I would believe that a woman who may be potentially insecure about how she looks would also be that same woman who would project that on other people.
Yeah.
Like that just makes sense.
At the custom hoes loose, yeah. Indy ain't no loose lips. Now them hoes tryna sue me. Bitch, I don't give two shits. All the had the custom hoes.
She let y'all know.
Literally.
She let y'all know.
That song was from a year ago, though.
Well, she
was still. I
She
mean,
was
she wasn't
prepared.
getting sued yet.
She was prepared.
Maybe she knew, but I don't know.
She knew what was in the water because another reason why I believe this, because how many people are coming out to say, yeah, I'm not a part of this, but I've had this same experience with her team. There's been a whole bunch of people saying this.
So, let me read you something. So, the lawsuit claims that Lizzo called attention to a dancer's weight after a performance at South by Southwest, a particularly loaded allegation against an artist who has made body positivity a central aspect of her brand. The lawsuit says Lizzo and other staffers never explicitly stated it, but gave off the impression that Davis needed to explain her weight gain and disclose intimate personal details about her life in order to keep her job.
That sounds in line. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, so I used to do work for an artist out here in Atlanta a few years ago, and in his music, he used to talk about women empowerment, empowering women, speaking out against assault, all sorts of shit. This nigga went to jail for killing his girlfriend on Mother's Day. Okay? These niggas are not who they claim to be in their music. Damn, how you gonna put the camera on me like that? Yo, that's who I am.
You going off. I said this nigga eating. Like, I thought
you trying to sell me out, yo.
I thought you was eating, so I put the camera on you. I was like, let this nigga eat.
No, I'm just telling you, like, these people will portray an image in their art.
Leave it here.
These people will portray an image in their art and then go and be a totally different person. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I could just see this shit being for real.
There was a movie, I forget the name of it because that's funny that you bring that up. It was a movie about like
Tyler Perry movie?
No, it was a movie about like abducted children being saved. Something glory, freedom road, I think. The director or producer of said movie was arrested for child kidnapping.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that.
Like, he made a movie about the same thing that he was doing.
Most of the time, that's how it is.
Yeah, the call is usually coming from inside the house.
It's a lot of times that these officers and stuff who work these child predator cases,
they be the ones selling the children.
Too. They be child predators too. Like, they be on that. Like, that shit is just a farce to keep you away from me. You watch Death Note. You seen where that nigga was at? That nigga was right next to the police.
Okay, right there.
I'm right here with y'all. What we looking for? Oh, me? Like, we'll never find that nigga then.
I feel like there was also, I also came across that Lizzo, like a lot of her dancers are people of color and she has a couple white dancers too, but most of the people like on her team, like management and this and that are all white. Does Lizzo think she's a white man? She moving like she thinks she a white man. You can't just do whatever and do stuff like that and think it's not going to come back unless you're a white man with white man audacity.
All right, so this is from, who is this nigga? From big_business underscore. Just want to make sure I put this on this nigga. This is what he tweeted out. Looks like a screenshot from the post. So before Lizzo left the meeting, Rodriguez told her that she felt disrespected and would resign. The suit says Lizzo responded by cracking her knuckles, balling her fist, and using expletives to tell Rodriguez, "You're lucky." She was lucky. The suit states.
Yeah. So she said that if the other dancers didn't step in, that Lizzo would have fought her.
I agree with big business. She moving like Lizzo Knight.
Literally. Like, why are you cracking your knuckles, bitch? Who the fuck do you think you are?
I'm some big knuckles too.
Are you a fucking intimidating cartoon character? Who cracks their knuckles? Like, bitch, I'm laughing at you now. Now I'm laughing. Because this is a joke.
I can see her like puffing her face all up when she did it too.
Yeah, like.
Looking like Kirby.
Okay, Mrs. Puff. The fuck? If she actually did all of this shit, like, this is really crazy.
I need the Lifetime movie.
So this same, I think, what was her name? Rodriguez?
And I need Precious to play her.
What was her name?
Yeah, Rodriguez.
Okay, so I think this
Rodriguez.
is the same girl that she recorded a conversation or took show notes or something like that, or she recorded something that Lizzo and her team were mad at. So they locked her in a room and
that's what it just says here
her
too.
Then took her phone and went through it until they found the evidence and deleted it.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you, man.
A white man.
Lizzo Knight.
You think you're not even that. Like,
No,
she thinks she's a mobster.
I think I'm Big Liz.
Oh no. That's gonna be one of the captions.
I think I'm Big Liz.
She really do. She thinks she Big Liz. That's crazy.
Oh shit.
She's moving like a criminal.
It's a wild woman, man. That's what happens, man. When you see somebody wearing assless chaps at a Lakers game,
bro, if you wearing assless chaps to anything is crazy.
I can't trust your character.
And then you're just sitting in public, like everywhere is dirty. You're just gonna put your bare ass on a public seat. Questionable behavior. We should have knew then.
Yeah, you can't trust a nigga that's gonna do that. You can't. And you can't trust a person who puts a level of, like, the problem I don't have a problem with people being body positive. But I have a problem with people feeling like there's not consequences for not being active. And I feel like she gives people a sense of entitlement, and even in some of the kind of the rhetoric that she uses, to be like, oh, I can be big and there's not health consequences that come with it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if she did like an exercise thing, encouraging people just to be active, like she just did something like walk, once a day, take a walk, around your neighborhood or something once a day if you can. If she did like a campaign for that, her shit would be done. Like worse than this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I don't know. I feel if she lost weight, then you think the big bitches would be mad?
They was mad at Monique. And Monique lost weight.
Yeah.
So they would have been mad. I'm not saying, but I'm not trying to say you got to lose weight. But like, you have to at least encourage an active lifestyle.
Well, what do you mean by if she did that, then she would have been done worse than this?
I feel like if she would have done anything that would have been on the spectrum of losing weight, she's gonna get canceled. Because people will shit on you for that. Especially if you do like a weight loss journey. Like, I know you've seen people who posted pictures of their weight loss change, and then there'll be people who are like, oh, you're fat phobic, you're furthering fat phobia and all that other stuff by acting like you were a problem at this size, and now you're different.
Yeah.
Which, again, I don't have a problem with people feeling like they want to be big. Nigga, be big. Nigga, I was getting big.
Be whatever you want to.
It's just, don't act like there's not consequences when you're living a very sediment lifestyle. Like, don't act like there's not consequences for that. And that's the thing where it's just crazy to me. Like, that's for anybody. Even if you have a nice figure, you're not being active, that's going to be bad for your health. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the main thing I've always had with it. But I've never really cared too much to look into her. But shit like this doesn't surprise me, bro. Like, I can, like, even when I think about some of the bigger girls I've dated, like, they always shitted on bigger girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, when anytime they got a chance to, they would take a shot at bigger girls.
Yeah, low key, unfortunately, that's just a woman thing.
I mean, that's anybody thing, man.
Yeah.
I shit on short niggas all the time. So
you're nowhere near short.
But I shit on them, though, because I can.
I do, too. They deserve to be shat on. Fuck y'all short niggas.
Fucking horrible, yo. You gotta put
y'all are less than.
All right, man. We gotta tighten this show up.
All right.
We gotta goddamn get into our journalistic bag.
Get back into it.
Okay? We're doing a lot of rumor mill things. And
I mean, this is
the people love it. Don't get me wrong. The people love it. But
somebody's being sued.
That's still,
she's a celebrity, but
you can get sued off the rumor.
It's still courts and things involved. We kind of doing a journalism.
I feel it. Let's do a journalism for real, though. We bringing in the fucking president,
deal.
Or former president, Donald Trump's indictment. This shit is getting interesting now, ladies and gentlemen.
Explain to us what is happening.
So I know where we every day left and right you hear about your boy Trumpito getting indicted here and there, but this one is different. Because in this new document, I believe it was like a 47-page document that was released for this indictment, they have 6 co-conspirators.
Goddamn.
And the reporters have identified, I think, 5 of the 6. One of them being a former, I think he was a New York mayor, Rudy Giuliani. Correct?
Fuck Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy Giuliani.
Fuck. Nah, dead ass. Rudy, fuck you.
That's a nasty.
Nobody.
We saw you on Borat.
Nobody likes you, and I hope you rot in jail.
I don't know if he's gonna go to jail.
I want him to go to jail.
I'm just gonna tell you,
but he can just. I want him to die. Go ahead.
But essentially they have 6 co-conspirators. Few of them are also attorneys. They have not indicted them yet, but essentially they have a track record that not only shows but proves that Donald Trump knew that he had lost the election, knew he was trying to attempt to rig, excuse me, knew he was attempting to rig and stop votes from being counted. And then he had a part to play in the coup. Like, I'm talking about, they have things where we have people saying.
Oh, so they have evidence that
They have folks where people have said in their document, Mr. President, everything has been authenticated. They have a conversation with him and Pence, where he's talking to Pence, and Pence says, "Sir, there's nothing constitutionally wise that I can do to change the results of the election." You know what he says to Pence?
What?
You're too honest. Did I say that
He
like
said
him?
rig the election.
I think I need to see if did I say that like him? I want to make sure I get my impression.
I don't know. I feel like you should have done more like you know?
Out there. You're too honest.
You're too honest.
You're too honest.
I feel like you're putting
Too much. Too much. Too New York in there.
Yeah, like he's
like an older New York.
It's an old New York, but it's also just like a dirty Trump. Like nobody else sounds.
Understand this, Trump, Pence. You're too honest.
That was a little bit.
A little bit better.
A little bit better. We're not the best at impersonations.
We're gonna work on them.
That's not our bag.
We're gonna get in
That's
there.
not something we promised y'all.
I got some good impersonations though. I got a few.
Do one. What's your best impersonation?
No, I'm not gonna be doing this over here. Okay, with you. Okay, you gonna hear you're talking to me. You're being crazy. I'm a crazy motherfucker. Okay. I will come over here and snap your neck. And bite your fucking ear
No,
off.
that's really good. I don't know if I'm biased because I'm in love with you or not.
No, that was good. That was great, Mike Tyson.
No, your face changed so quick.
I bite the fucking head off. Okay, don't say that to me.
Okay.
All right, I'm a sick motherfucker.
Talk to me like that in bed later.
Whoa, you want me to talk to you like another man? Hold on, hold on. We need to bring this. Hold on.
It was a joke because he has a lisp, and I don't respect. You know what? Let me not. It's a speech impediment. Y'all don't have no control over that.
All right, so then after this nigga Trump, it's out of his options. He goes to Plan C, where essentially he leads. He does he puts the things in place. He says the speech on the 6th that incites a riot, and then we have, the insurrection that we have on January 6th. So not only these are things that have been detailed in these other indictments, but like now we have like concrete, like documents showing.
So what was he trying to do?
So essentially he was trying to do this first. He was trying to fake votes. He was trying to get real votes out and fake votes in. And that didn't work.
Do we know how?
Yeah, he was trying to get who was he trying to use it with? Essentially, because I was listening and reading some stuff about it earlier, but he was essentially trying to get fake electoral votes to be accounted, and he was trying to get real votes not counted for.
What?
And then he tried to get Pence to basically essentially say certain votes.
That's why
count.
the Electoral College is fucking nonsense.
I mean, it is. But I mean, even then, like, he couldn't get around it. He even tried to get Pence to use his power as the vice president, of Congress, to try to hold off on everything. Nothing that they could do. Nothing they could do. So the other plan was, let's get this coup started, and then we'll use the Insurrection Act, because this is what they said in the documents. This is what the Insurrection Act is for, to quell the protests. So essentially, conservatives, Trump supporters, anybody who's there January 6th, he was going to kill you. He was going to kill you.
Wait, okay, what do you mean?
The plan was to quell the protests with the military.
So
I don't know what else that means.
He incited the protests to use the military to stop the protests?
Yeah.
But what would that do for?
Because of the attack on everything, you could then hold off on the you could there's different things.
It would definitely make okay.
So now
that's crazy.
That's where it was going to.
This nigga wild.
This nigga is diabolical. Like, for real. This is
and none
real.
of it worked.
No, none of it worked, and they all looked fucked up. So they were either the most sinister motherfuckers on the planet, or they were the most bumbling idiots that fell into almost leading a coup. No other way behind it. It's either one or the other.
Because the military didn't do anything.
Yeah, the military didn't come.
Yeah, it was a bunch of white men. They
They
were
did
like,
some-
let them
They
get
was like,
their shit off.
No, those are our brothers. Those are our brothers.
Literally, that's my brother Tommy. I'm not doing shit.
Craziness. So like I said, this nigga Trump is insane. So it's gonna be interesting. The Fulton County court said that, because Georgia was one of the places he was trying to put fake votes in.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying, hey, if it's shown that he's done something wrong, we will arrest him and treat him like anyone else. Now there's a judge in Pennsylvania that's saying they're not gonna try him for anything because of his presidential status or whatever.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's stupid as fuck.
That's absolute bullshit, because if you're guilty, jail.
That's what's
Or
happening.
whatever punishment comes with what you're guilty for.
Hey, he probably got the Make America Great hat right in the back, so he probably got it tucked up. So, but it's getting interesting. Like at the end of the day, we know there's gonna be having to get people to talk. That's gonna probably be the tricky part. But Pence looked like he fed up with this nigga.
Pence has probably been fed up with this nigga for a while, because Pence is like an old school, like he's an old school racist.
Pence don't sit in the same room alone with a woman.
like
Pence old school misogyny racist.
Yeah, like he's conservative.
Like he don't
Like,
breathe the same air as a
He's
color.
like original conservative.
For like the authentic. Like I don't even recognize niggers. Type conservative.
Trump's type of racism versus Pence's type of racism is like old money versus new money.
Yeah.
That's annoying. It's flashy. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are less than to me, and I think less of you.
Like Trump is the rich nigga who incorporates the black people in his stuff, in his business, and the rich white folks who don't even have to look at their customers like, what are you doing? Why are you hanging out? Why are those people around?
Yeah, like why do you need these people? You need these people? We move them around.
We're letting the color
willingly the way we want them to move around.
We're letting the coloreds vote again? thought we put an end to that.
You need the coloreds to vote for you? Just
to win?
Shell out millions of dollars and buy your power.
What kind of cracker are you?
And the people who are actually powerful, who we have no idea about, they're like, this clown, you're a clown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Someone fuck with him though. Someone fuck with him heavy though.
I mean, you fuck with a stupid puppet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Of
talking
course.
about they be publicly fucking with him, and they be acting like he be letting that nigga son him too. Like that's the thing. That's the sick part about Trump. Like niggas be letting Trump son him.
No, I feel like Trump just doesn't give a fuck.
Nah,
That
these
nigga
niggas be
does
letting
not.
that. No, Ted Cruz, he let that nigga talk about his wife, and then he gave him his. Oh, okay, yeah, you good, Trump. I fuck with you. No, these niggas.
I
is
mean, he has
pussy.
to. They have an agenda.
Nah, dog, I ain't saying that. Somebody talk about my wife, nigga. It's over. It's up.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Period.
Smoke, nigga.
Period. I agree with that.
For real.
I have nothing else to say.
But no, it's gonna be interesting to see where this goes. So we're definitely gonna keep y'all posted. If y'all still with us, like, follow, comment, subscribe. We definitely want to hear what y'all got to think about these topics that we've been on to today. So let's get into Henrietta Lack. So you want to lead this one?
Yeah, so Henrietta Lack was a woman who, I don't know when she was alive, but basically her cells were being used without her consent. Like she had no idea. And then even after she died, her cells continued to be used for all types of research, for medicine, for makeup, for so many things, because the special thing about her cells was that they just kept regenerating for some reason. Like they just kept regenerating, which is absolutely crazy. So finally her family has like gotten rights to like her cells, and nobody can research on her cells anymore without her family's consent, which is amazing. So Henrietta Lacks, her case is why informed consent is so important, because before informed consent was mandatory in research, Black people specifically would sign up for this research to be like case studies, right? To be what's the word I'm looking for?
Test subjects?
Yes, test subjects in experimental research. And the researchers and the doctors would not tell them what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. Like they told them one thing, but a completely other thing was happening. So that's why informed consent became a thing. But that was before Henrietta Lacks. So she had no idea what was happening with any of her cells. And she should have been paid heftily. And her family should have been paid also.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I definitely feel you.
This is something that happens time and time and time again with black women and black bodies in general. Like, we're just used. For real.
So, no, I want to give a little history real quick of it, because she was born in 1920. She died in 1951 from cervical cancer. So it says her cells were used to test the polio vaccine that protected millions. Her cells provided the basis for AIDS and the chemotherapy treatment in vitro fertilization, gene mapping, anti-cancer drugs, and other medical discoveries. If all the Helen cells were put together, it would outweigh the Empire State Building, 100 Empire State Buildings, and could circle the equator 3 times.
Because they keep regenerating.
Before her cells, scientists spent most of their time trying to keep the cells, the endless supply of Helen cells, fed up to time for discovery. And then her cells were unique, that it has been used in an art museum. So those are 5 facts about her. So like I said, like, this shit is crazy. Like, essentially her genetics information saved millions. And she was, her family was near compensated or anything.
Her family had no idea for a while.
I mean, who would know?
Because
who would know that?
She died and they just kept using her cells.
Nothing about that. Nothing that can happen to anybody. Like, if you think about it.
Yeah.
We're not over, like, because how much of their cells do they need to keep it going? They didn't need like her whole body, did they?
I have absolutely no clue.
So that wasn't in the book that you read?
No. So I read a book called Medical Apartheid. The book was about black people's relationship with medicine in the United States from slavery up until now. Informed consent was a part of a chapter of the book. It was more than a chapter of the book, but it was a chunk of the book, and Henrietta Lacks was an example, but it wasn't about her.
Okay. No, I get it. But no, like I said, it's just a disgusting cycle. I think if anybody can, there's some really good articles that break down what's going on and just kind of go into even more detail. Just in explaining like how this, amazing woman's composition was able to essentially, I can't, like, just the polio vaccine in and of itself. Then you add chemo. It's just just so much, and it just messed up because her family should have been living large for life.
And then it was things like makeup and skincare and stuff too, like just everyday things.
Yo, what if she was an alien, yo?
We don't know, alien, but black women have
But aliens die from cancer though.
The Eve gene. That
the Eve gene.
It's the gene that carries all of the genetic DNA that exists in the world.
I mean, I believe that.
And it's only found in black women.
Don't you got to be like solid though? Like, you can't be mixing and mashing with it, right?
Yeah, I feel like if you, I don't know.
I have absolutely.
I'm pretty
sure white women don't have the Eve gene.
No, it's only black women.
So yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if you're mixed, if you have less of it, or if you don't have it at all. I feel like as a Haitian woman, I got it.
It just came with it.
That shit, we a little bit less watered down.
That's what y'all used to take over the island. Was the Eve gene?
We used mystic and strategy, a combination of the two.
Combination. So what did you? So before we finish up with this political shit, what you think about what Russia's doing now? They making some announcements. Some people saying it's cap about.
I think
what they doing for Africa.
I think it's shady. I think whatever the fuck you motherfuckers are doing in fucking Africa, whatever y'all do, I always think it's shady. I feel like whenever whites whatever non-black people step foot and do anything on African soil having to do with Africa, I got my eye on you. What are you doing? What is this for? Why?
That's all I gotta say. Anytime I hear Russia, China, or any of the crew doing
what is
anything,
your plan?
This is it.
Like, what's the bigger picture? Cause I feel like y'all gonna be like,
Fuck your plug, come shot with me. Free bricks, free bricks, free bricks. It's a line at the door like the DMV.
Putin. Hey. Putin. Hey. Putin. Hey.
30 minutes is bricks for free. Free.
That's
that
what's
was
going
so
on.
fucking unhinged.
That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Free bricks, nigga.
We gotta make that a clip. That was so fucking stupid. Cause I look over and this nigga Putin. Like, what are you?
For real, nigga. Y'all better respect Putin.
Dumb as fuck.
You better respect
like.
Putin. That nigga coming with the free bricks, nigga. You seen that he said he was delivering the grain, no charge, nigga. We better than fucking Bezos, nigga.
They trying to get America the fuck up out of here.
No, Bert. There's a lot of folks.
They said top power where?
Well, a lot of folks don't know. There's proxy wars going on in Africa right now. We're funding dictators. We're funding people who are assaulting women and gay people out there and fucking up kids and all sorts of shit. We're funding that shit, and essentially Russia is just backing the other side.
Whenever there's disarray somewhere where there's black folk, there's white people that benefit off of that disarray. And if it doesn't make sense, it's white people. I promise you. I'm Haitian. I know. Fuck the French.
I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to do some information on the EFF in South of Africa. So once I get some more information on them, we're going to probably discuss them in a little bit. But
yeah, we need to thoroughly research and bring that to y'all.
Yeah, I ain't seen too many people talking on that, so we'll definitely bring that to the YouTube scene. But you got anything else left? You want to talk about Stephen Amell?
Do we have anything else left? Stephen who?
Stephen Amell. He was with the union strikes.
Oh,
He was dissed in the Arrow.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about bitch ass Arrow.
My nigga, you failed this city, dog. You really did.
Oliver Queen would have.
He would have supported the union.
He would have been in
and supported the strike. Yes, he would have put a fucking arrow through Bob Iger's head
fully.
Like no questions asked.
He murked niggas.
And this nigga is being a fucking pansy.
You in real life are somebody that Oliver Queen would have fucked up.
He would have put an arrow up your ass. And then would have said you failed your city.
So tell the people why we hate him.
So y'all know me, I'm big union. That's what they call me in the streets.
We big union.
We big union.
Yeah.
In the streets. That's what they know me as. How I'm coming through, how I'm stepping. And this nigga right here is not supporting the SAG strike, saying it's reductive and it's not going to do anything and all this other bullshit. Just because he's an actor who can't pull in a good turnaround for his appearances and shit. He's not dealing with the same issues that these writers and these people who are actors at the lower level are dealing with and trying to fight for. Mm-hmm. Let's just note again, they said that WandaVision, that a lot of the characters got scanned in the show, and they're able to use, they're going to be able to try to use them in future products, so they don't have to have more extras and background and shit.
That's crazy. So
it's like these folks are not playing fair, and you want to get on your knees, Stephen Amell? That's not Green Arrow, nigga. That's not what we do. That's not a hero, nigga. You like a fucking bitch. Yeah, I'm talking to you. How could you even fix your fucking tongue, your mouth, to say some stupid shit like that? And you sucked in the Ninja Turtles. That shit wasn't good. You ruined it. Nobody else.
I didn't know he did that movie.
All his shit, everything after season 3 of Arrow sucked.
It did, yeah. I stopped watching after season
everything
3.
You
it
in,
was
Stephen
just
Amell.
Bullshit nonsense.
Fuck that little wrestler movie you was in. Ass.
I didn't know about that.
Everything you bring is a pack of ass.
A 2-pack ass.
I didn't want to do that because the OG said that. But shit's fucking trash, nigga. I don't like that shit, bro. I'm honestly, if you really want to grind my fucking gears, say just be against unions. Talk about regular people in a negative sense or be against unions, and I'm coming at your ass. Pause.
Hey, yo.
I don't like that shit, yo.
God damn.
Shit's fucking ridiculous.
It is. So, what's his name? Stephen Amell?
Stephen trash, nigga. That's why all them fucking co-hosts, all these people that you work with, took your fake grave from the show and flexed on it. That's how much they hated you, bro. They joked about your death.
So if y'all remember that picture of Oliver Queen's grave, and then like the
Grant
guy
Gustin
that plays
and then
the Flash, and then everyone that was in that crossover, they like it was like a couple people, and then more people joined in, and then it was like 20 people around his grave, like
everybody who hated
they
him.
fucking hated him because he's a dick.
He's trash, yo. He's trash, man. You failed this city, dog.
Yeah.
Real talk, bro. I can't.
You have failed this city.
Yeah.
Pussy.
You've failed this city.
You failed everything. You failed every life. Fuck, nigga. All right.
I'm trying to see if there's anything very unserious that I want to talk about, but I don't think so.
No, I think we got to everything. Hey, support. What you about to say? All right, support.
Did you want to did you want to talk about Mia Khalifa's wedding marriage advice? No.
We don't have to get into that.
Okay.
I'm just saying you don't take baseball advice from a basketball player. I'm just gonna say that. She playing the wrong game, yo.
She been married twice and engaged once. That shit is crazy.
I mean, you gonna have niggas that's goofy, but it is what it is, yo. I don't want to get into that. I get too misogynistic, so.
Yeah, that's not hard. All right, let's wrap it up.
All right, you are listening to Talk FNF TV. We appreciate you giving us your time. I want you to come back our next show.
Yes.
Also,
follow, subscribe. Yeah, do all that. Also,
do all the special things.
Yeah, follow us on all of the social medias at talk.fnf.tv on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. I'm about to make a Pinterest. Follow us there too, because numbers, okay? Numbers.
And share, nigga.
Share our shit.